Welcome to the Discourse Analyzer AI Toolkit, where articles come alive. You're listening to the audio version of our article. For the full text and an interactive experience, check out the link in the description below. Interact with any selection using our AI assistant to enhance your understanding. Let's explore.
Introduction to Cognitive Linguistics within Discourse Analysis. Cognitive linguistics, CL, represents a significant theoretical perspective within the broader field of discourse analysis, offering a unique lens through which to examine how language functions in human cognition and social interaction. By focusing on the interconnectedness of language, mind, and social experience, cognitive linguistics enriches our understanding of discourse and its role in shaping human thought and cultural practices. 1. Defining cognitive linguistics in the context of discourse. 1. Fundamental principles of cognitive linguistics relevant to discourse. Cognitive linguistics rests on several foundational principles that have profound implications for the study of discourse. Embodied cognition. CL posits that linguistic structures are grounded in bodily experiences and sensory motor processes. This principle suggests that the ways people talk about the world reflect how they physically and perceptually interact with it, thereby influencing discourse structures. Conceptual metaphor and metonymy. One of the cornerstone ideas of CL is that abstract concepts are often understood through more concrete experiences via metaphor and metonymy. These conceptual mappings play a crucial role in shaping the meaning and interpretation of discourse, as they reveal how abstract ideas and complex social phenomena are cognitively processed and communicated. Construal and perspective. Cognitive linguistics emphasizes the role of construal, how individuals mentally structure and represent the world around them. This aspect highlights the importance of perspective in language use, including how speakers choose to present information, which in turn affects discourse construction and interpretation. Categorization and prototypes. CL investigates how people categorize experiences and concepts, often around prototypical examples. This approach to categorization influences how information is organized and conveyed in discourse, reflecting and shaping societal norms and values. 2. The importance of studying discourse through a cognitive lens. Applying a cognitive lens to the study of discourse offers several important advantages. Insight into unconscious processes. Cognitive linguistics provides tools for uncovering the unconscious cognitive processes that underlie language use, offering deeper insights into how people understand and engage with the world through discourse. Understanding of cultural and conceptual schemas. By examining how metaphors, categorizations, and conceptual frameworks are embedded in discourse, researchers can gain insights into the cultural and conceptual schemas that guide thought and behavior in different communities. Exploration of language and identity. Through the study of personal and group identities as constructed and negotiated in discourse, CL offers a window into the cognitive underpinnings of social identity and group membership. Enhanced interpretation of texts and talk. A cognitive approach allows for a richer interpretation of texts and spoken discourse, revealing how linguistic choices reflect and influence cognitive processes, social interactions, and cultural practices. In summary, cognitive linguistics within discourse analysis illuminates the profound connections between language, thought, and social life. By examining how cognitive processes shape and are shaped by discourse, researchers can uncover the intricate mechanisms through which language constructs reality, influences perception, and mediates human relationships. 2. Objectives and scope of CL-informed discourse analysis. Integrating cognitive linguistics, CL, into discourse analysis represents a strategic enrichment of the field, aiming to bridge the gap between cognitive processes and discursive practices. This integration not only expands the theoretical and methodological toolkit available to discourse analysts but also opens up new avenues for understanding the intricate relationship between language, thought, and social interaction. Objectives of CL-informed discourse analysis. A. Goals of integrating CL into discourse studies. Uncover cognitive mechanisms underlying discourse. A primary goal is to reveal the cognitive structures and processes that underpin discourse production and interpretation. This includes understanding how mental models, frames, and schemas influence the way people construct, perceive, and engage with various forms of discourse. Analyze the role of metaphor and metonymy in conceptualization. By examining the pervasive use of metaphor and metonymy in discourse, researchers aim to uncover how abstract concepts and social phenomena are conceptualized and communicated, shedding light on underlying cognitive and cultural patterns. Explore the interaction between language and perception. Integrating CL into discourse analysis seeks to investigate how language shapes and is shaped by perceptual experiences, highlighting the role of embodiment in linguistic expression and comprehension. Illuminate the socio-cognitive dimensions of discourse. Another goal is to explore how discourses reflect and influence socio-cognitive dynamics within communities, including the negotiation of identity, power relations, and cultural norms through language. B. The scope of discourse analysis from a cognitive perspective. Variety of discourses. From everyday conversations to political speeches, media texts, and literary works, CL-informed discourse analysis applies to a wide range of discourses. It encompasses both spoken and written forms, offering tools to analyze how cognitive processes manifest across diverse communicative contexts. Cross-cultural and cross-linguistic comparisons. The cognitive perspective enables analysts to conduct cross-cultural and cross-linguistic studies, examining how different languages and cultures conceptualize and talk about the world. This scope includes investigating how cultural schemas and metaphors vary across communities and how these differences influence discourse practices. Interdisciplinary applications. CL-informed discourse analysis intersects with numerous fields, including psychology, anthropology, sociology, and media studies. This interdisciplinary scope allows for a comprehensive examination of discourse as it relates to human cognition, social interaction, and cultural practices. Digital and multimodal discourses. With the rise of digital communication, the scope of CL-informed discourse analysis extends to online and multimodal discourses, analyzing how cognitive processes interact with new media technologies and formats to create and interpret meaning. Integrating cognitive linguistics into discourse analysis significantly broadens the field's objectives and scope. It facilitates a deeper understanding of the cognitive foundations of language use and offers innovative perspectives on how discourses are crafted, circulated, and interpreted in various cultural and communicative contexts. Through this integration, discourse analysts are better equipped to explore the dynamic interplay between cognitive structures, linguistic expression, and social practices, illuminating the complex ways in which language both shapes and reflects human experience. Conclusion. Integrating cognitive linguistics, CL, into the realm of discourse analysis marks a pivotal expansion of the field, fostering a deeper understanding of the intricate relationships between language, cognition, and social interaction. This approach leverages the core principles of CL, embodied cognition, conceptual metaphor and metonymy, construal, and categorization, to unravel the cognitive underpinnings of discourse, offering nuanced insights into how language shapes and is shaped by human thought and cultural practices. By examining the cognitive mechanisms underlying discourse production and interpretation, the role of metaphor in conceptualization, and the socio-cognitive dimensions of language use, CL-informed discourse analysis illuminates the complex dynamics at play in human communication. The objectives of integrating CL into discourse studies are manifold, aiming not only to uncover the cognitive structures that influence discourse but also to explore the interaction between language and perception, and the negotiation of identities and power relations through linguistic practices. This cognitive perspective broadens the scope of discourse analysis to encompass a wide range of discourses across cultural and linguistic contexts, enabling cross-cultural comparisons and interdisciplinary applications. It extends to the analysis of digital and multimodal discourses, reflecting the evolving landscape of communication in the digital age. Ultimately,
The fusion of cognitive linguistics and discourse analysis enriches our comprehension of discourse as a cognitive and social phenomenon.
It provides a robust framework for investigating how linguistic choices reflect cognitive processes, influence social interactions, and mediate cultural norms. As discourse analysis continues to evolve, the integration of CL principles promises to deepen our understanding of the cognitive foundations of language use, offering fresh perspectives on the ways in which language both constructs and reflects the complexities of human experience.
Frequently asked questions. How does cognitive linguistics differ from traditional approaches in discourse analysis? Cognitive linguistics, CL, differs from traditional approaches by emphasizing the interconnectedness of language, cognition, and social interaction. It focuses on how linguistic structures are grounded in bodily experiences and how cognitive processes such as metaphor and categorization shape discourse, offering insights into the unconscious mechanisms that influence language use and interpretation. Why is the study of metaphor and metonymy important in cognitive linguistics-informed discourse analysis? The study of metaphor and metonymy is crucial because these conceptual tools are fundamental in shaping how humans understand abstract concepts and complex social phenomena.
Analyzing their use in discourse reveals underlying cognitive and cultural patterns, providing insights into how societies conceptualize and communicate about their world. Can cognitive linguistics provide insights into cross-cultural discourse practices? Yes. Cognitive linguistics can provide significant insights into cross-cultural discourse practices by examining how different languages and cultures conceptualize the world through unique metaphors, categorizations, and narrative structures. This cross-cultural perspective helps illuminate the diversity of human thought and the role of language in mediating cultural identities and differences. How does the concept of embodied cognition influence discourse analysis? The concept of embodied cognition influences discourse analysis by suggesting that language and thought are deeply rooted in physical and sensory experiences. This perspective encourages analysts to explore how everyday physical interactions with the world shape discourse structures and meanings, offering a richer understanding of the relationship between language, cognition, and reality. What are the implications of cognitive linguistics for analyzing digital and multimodal discourses? Cognitive linguistics has significant implications for analyzing digital and multimodal discourses by highlighting how cognitive processes adapt to and are shaped by new media technologies. It provides tools for examining how digital platforms and multimodal formats influence the conceptualization and communication of ideas, allowing researchers to explore the cognitive underpinnings of contemporary communication practices. How does cognitive linguistics inform the study of identity and power relations in discourse? Cognitive linguistics informs the study of identity and power relations by examining how cognitive structures such as frames, metaphors, and narratives construct and convey social identities and power dynamics. This approach enables analysts to uncover the cognitive mechanisms through which discourses perpetuate or challenge social hierarchies and identities, providing a deeper understanding of the socio-cognitive dimensions of discourse. What methodological challenges might researchers face when integrating cognitive linguistics into discourse analysis? Researchers integrating cognitive linguistics into discourse analysis might face methodological challenges related to identifying and interpreting cognitive processes in discourse, such as metaphorical mappings and conceptual frames. These challenges require developing precise analytical tools and criteria for systematically analyzing the cognitive aspects of discourse, as well as navigating the complexity of relating linguistic phenomena to underlying cognitive and social processes. How can researchers overcome these challenges? Researchers can overcome these challenges by adopting interdisciplinary approaches that combine cognitive linguistics with methodologies from other fields, such as psychology and sociology, to develop robust analytical frameworks. Additionally, employing mixed methods research that combines qualitative and quantitative analyses can help systematically explore the cognitive dimensions of discourse, enhancing the rigor and depth of CL-informed discourse studies.